Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Airlinesim with me, Alfapiomega, and PNLL, our Polish national carrier. Today I got incredible news, so I'm gonna start with the best one immediately, and that is that I have surpassed all of my expectations last week, and I managed to nearly double the financial result from the week before. It turns out the optimization I ran was way more important than I originally thought, and that it had way more impact. So 1.63 million is actually so much that it allowed me to get another Canada Regional Jet 1000 EL and spare another 300,000 for worse times. So I'm hoping that we will have the same result this week, maybe even slightly better, we'll see. I have continued with the optimization, which I'm going to speak about today, which I'm hoping will have a pretty good impact on the game, or on our game here. However, for some reason though, our seed load factor is not as good as it was last week. We managed to increase it week after week, but this week it dropped by 0.46% to 92.10. So I don't know what's up with that, honestly. I wanted to blame AGAX for that, but turns out the market is actually doing really good. It added some 13 points since last week. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up with that, really. So yeah. That's that. However, if we earn 1.6 million again, I'm just gonna be so super happy that you don't know how I can express that. Because A, this keeps increasing our reserve, and B, we can expand safely. You know, before it was a bit of a problem where if I put down a deposit for the new Canada Regional Jets 1000, which is like 1.24 million, I believe, and then I put on another 100,000 down for the equipment and the hiring. If I can keep another 300,000 as a security, that means that in a couple of weeks we're gonna have a decent cushion of at least 1 million. So that makes me super happy. We actually have a cushion right now. No, it's not a big one because we pay 3.75 million throughout the week. And as you can see, we don't even have that much at hand. So, but the market rarely collapses within a day. You know, even this decrease was fairly long. It wasn't something that would happen overnight. So we'll see. Okay, so what has changed since last week? So first of all, as I said, we got 3 of the new Canada Regional Jet 1000s, which means that our average age has now dropped below 15 years for the first time, I think, since we started the game at all. I think it was never below 15 years. So now it is. It is at 14.9 years. I'm going to add 2 more of these Canada Regional Jets 1000s in the upcoming 2 weeks. And then we'll have to decide what we're going to do. I already negotiated this with Helvetia Air. They showed interest in becoming a proper lessor for me and providing me with more airplanes. And so that makes me happy. I ran a bit of a calculation on that. I know this is a bit of a sidetrack, but bear with me. That's what I feel like talking about. What we're doing right now, we're using the 717s in this configuration, 95 seats and 15 in business class. If we got an A319, it would increase the seats in economy to 108 seats and in business class to 18 seats. But if we went with the A320neo, we wouldn't need to increase it, we would increase the capacity to 132 seats in economy and 24 in business class. So once I'm done with the thousands, which are pretty much almost, at the same size as the 717s, I'm thinking that I might grab 2 319s, see how they perform, and then start switching to the 320s and use the 319s as as a testing ground, for our situation here, because not all of my 717s are doing great. Some of them are having some routes that are not that profitable, but mostly they are looking like this, which is decent, which is very, very decent in my opinion. Yeah, so I think I can, mesh this one up to create a proper one fully booked A319, because, for example, the Warsaw to Moscow or to Minsk, those are fully booked in both legs, so that would make sense to upgrade. And we're making a decent profit on this, plus we're getting a ton of connections. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I have the capacity to add an entire new fleet. You guys know about that, because we released the Tupolev. So now we're using only two fleets, the Canada regional jets and the 717s. So it's not a problem of getting another A319 or A320 and slowly getting rid of these Boeings, because I want to phase them out. Definitely. I want to phase them out definitely. So as I keep gaining the 319s, the target for me now is to end up with two 319s and possibly two 320s Neos. That's what I'm aiming here for. So that's my idea for now. After that is done, then we can start maybe phasing out the 700s and 900s and getting proper new planes. We'll see how that goes. By the way, the 320s and 390s will be pretty harsh, because when you look at their pricing, I think the leasing deposit for the 320 is something around 3 million. 3 million. So if I got 80%, I would be basically paying 2.4 million, and that is way above what we are earning right now for the week. So I'm gonna probably start with the 390s, which are slightly cheaper, I think, at least. Yeah, 2.5 million. So that's more reasonable. Then I would be paying something like 2 million, and with the return of one of the aircrafts, because every time I get one and I switch the routes to him, I'm gonna get rid of one of the existing planes. We can probably finance it without without too much of a problem, hopefully. Okay, now let's get back to the routing that we see here. I'm gonna start by saying that this is the current state of our load factors, and I have fixed Naples, and I have cancelled Bordeaux. So that leaves Malmö as the worst route that we have, and it's at 69% of a single load factor. So that is incredible. I'm so happy. I haven't had so much success in Airlinesim in quite some time, and to have that in Europe and in Warsaw to boot, that's just exhilarating. So where is Naples? Naples is here. So Naples was rescheduled, which actually, to my surprise, kind of hurt the outbound flight. Not greatly, but it did a bit of a change. It's still running at a profit, but it's not completely full. But more importantly for us, the return flights turned green. So now we have both legs that are actually working decently and have a decent profit. So we're not running, outbound on a huge profit and return on a huge loss. The new timing for Naples is in the middle of the day, I think, a departure around 12. No, it's a morning flight. Okay, so departure at 5:54, 7:54 arriving in Naples, and return at 9:20 departure, 11 for the arrival. So yeah, that makes sense. It's a bit skewed in both ways, so that's why it's not getting all of the connections it could, because the slot situation is starting to. I know I say this every single time, but it's getting worse and worse. Like 11 o'clock, you have pretty much 2 free slots. At 10, you have one at 10 o'clock, and that's pretty much it. Maybe there's actually 2. So I can fit in 2 more flights, but they would have to come at around 10. Same with the departures after 6. This is completely full. You have to put it here. And again, 22 o'clock is a very bad time. So we're having trouble shadowing flights so that the connections are working well. Second of all, Bordeaux was cancelled. We have 2 routes instead of the Bordeaux flight. One is to Vilnius, and the one is to SZZ, which I will not lie, I am not entirely sure what is. I think that might be Szczecin. Yes, that's Szczecin. Okay, perfect. As you can see, it's working well. It's a new destination for us, and it's completely full. Same with Vilnius. That's another good route that we're having a lot of success with. We're having 3 daily flights there. Small daily flights, I'm not going to lie, but they're all full. So Vilnius is quickly becoming our focus airport. Now, with that said, we have a couple of other things to talk about. So, wait. What was here? Bordeaux was rescheduled. Okay, so we have a new flight with the Canada Regional Jet 2, a completely new flight to Östersund. I actually don't know much about that city. I have it as a note in my work computer to check what this city is like. Östersund is in the middle Sweden. When I was traveling through Sweden, I went through Sundsvall and Luleå, so I went basically through this part of the country. Then we went to Malmö and took a train to Copenhagen. So I missed Göteborg, and I have no idea what Östersund is like. Other than that, it's a good destination. I'm happy that I picked it because we're getting decent numbers. So this is a profitable route for us. A good one. I had a bit of a trouble because the Canada Regional Jet that I'm using here is kind of a bad when it comes to shadowing. So it was a good choice as far as time goes. It flies to Trondheim, Voronezh, and Östersund. So only 3 daily flights, but pretty decently shadowed. And as you can see, it works well. So we moved the route to Minsk, to Prague, to Moscow, and to Prague to the new Canada Regional Jet 1000, which brings up another thing that I would like to tell you. I started naming my aircraft because, I used to do that. I kind of fell out of it because we used fairly old aircraft. But the 1000s are here to keep, and I would actually like at one point maybe buy them from Helvetia Air. At least that's what I told the manager of Helvetia Air when I was negotiating this deal with him. So I named the first one Viviana in the name of my girlfriend. The second one Maria, because that's a traditional Slavic name. And the third one is named Dominika, which is a very popular Polish name. So Dominika, the new aircraft, is currently looking like this. You can see that again, Moscow completely full, very good set of flights, earning us a ton of money, a lot of connections both ways. So that's just great. We also upgraded the capacity for Prague severely. We have 2 daily flights now with the Canada Regional Jet 1000, and that actually brings up a point. I think we might be flying there only with the Canada Regional Jet 1000s now, right? Okay, no, we have 2 more with CR7s. Okay, so these ones are older planes, but Prague is definitely one of our focus airports, and I think we're becoming quite prominent there when it comes to numbers. Actually, no, we're 17th, but we're nearly 1% of the daily traffic there. And thinking that it's not our own airport or anything, it's not even a domestic airport. I think that's pretty good. Having a nearly 1% of the traffic there is pretty good. So that's one important thing. Minsk, again, another very good focus airport for us. I think there we might be even stronger. Where is the dashboard? Let's see. Flight schedule. Minsk. Yeah, we're flying twice a day with the new CR1000 and twice per day with 717. So Minsk is definitely a huge focus airport for us. And when it comes to departures, we're number 4. And when it comes to statistics, I'm pretty sure we're number 4 as well. Yes, we got nearly 10% of the overall daily amount of people. So Minsk is definitely, I think, a good candidate for getting an Airbus connections. Yeah, it's not completely full, but as far as capacity goes, I think it was going to be one of our best airports. Yeah, it's actually the number 2 after Warsaw. That's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Belgrade being number 3, that's understandable, but, a good focus airport for us. Okay, so Lvov, Dresden, and... Okay, Lvov and Dresden were moved to Canada Regional Jet 900. So let's check those, how we're doing there. Lviv here. Okay, but not from Naples, from Warsaw. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. After the increase, we're doing pretty fine. Yeah, the economy especially. So Lviv is good. And what was the other one? Dresden. Okay, Dresden is a weird airport for us. We're flying there only once per day. I was thinking why we don't add more connections, but I guess it's really just a capacity constraint because we don't have that many aircraft available for it. Yeah, that's looking decent. It might not be okay. On the return, it's even better. So Dresden is a good airport to go to, but again, it's only one daily connection, so we're not like using it pretty heavily. But the profit isn't all that great either. But a lot of connecting passengers. Dresden is a decent mid-sized airport. And no one is really flying there that much. Interesting. Okay, so Dresden and Lviv we check. And then Aalborg, Brno, Prague, and Rzeszów were all moved to Canada Regional Jet 700. Okay, that's right. So we not only put 2 daily connections with the CR1000, but we also upgraded one from CR2 to CR7. So Prague is definitely got definitely a big boost this week. Brno, I'm not sure about. That's just like a small city for us, but we're flying there pretty well too. Yeah, 2 daily connections with a CR7 right now. And Rzeszów, I think we already mentioned that one last time. Yeah, 4 daily connections. 3 with a small CR1 or 200, and 1 day with a CR700, which is probably what I mentioned here. And I think Rzeszów is doing pretty well, though there are some problems with one of the connections. Nope, actually no. Okay, I retract my statement. Everything is doing great. Yeah, there's a bit of a hubbub on the return with the business class, but Rzeszów is slowly becoming our domestic city. When we look at the statistics, yeah, we're number 4, and we gained 53% this week alone. Okay, so we'll probably soon overrun Helvetia, Air, and Union Air if we keep upgrading the connections. What are the cities or countries where people fly to from Rzeszów? Let's show by destinations. Okay, Poland, Germany, United Kingdom. Okay, so we're not gonna compete with the Germany and United Kingdom, but I'm thinking that Poland route we could definitely fill with some good amount. I think than when you look at the flight schedule and look at Poland. Yeah, Warszawa's we have 1, 2, 3, 4 daily flights. And you can see that all of these are actually run by turboprops. So we're stealing the passengers pretty easily. I don't think they have actually a lot of chance here to compete with me. Yeah, the rate way higher than they are. 97, 98, 98, and the best dash is on 92. So we're basically snatching all the people from the route, and I think there's a definitely room for growth. Because without us, there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 daily connections, and we're flying with smaller aircraft there right now. So Rzeszów is definitely gonna be upgraded as time goes by. Okay, well, I guess that's all from me for now. I hope you are as excited as I am for the situation. You can see the big increase in margin here. 13% is just great for us. And after a long time when we were just slowly growing and not actually all that much growing, but basically just adding more flights with negative margin at certain points. Yes, arguably it was the AGEX, I know. I think we could actually compare these together. Yeah, we started somewhere like in May here, and it was just falling down. Actually, we started like here. It was falling down this whole time, so well, I should cut myself some slack. Up until August, late of August, which is somewhere like here, I actually managed to keep increasing the income. That's interesting. So now we all capitalized on that, and we're enjoying the profits. So let's make sure it's gonna continue like that. I'll probably look into the Malmö situation throughout this week to see if I can somehow boost it, so that we're not in yellow numbers there. And then we'll be all in green. All dressed in green, baby, and ready to go.